If you think a pickup is just a truck, think again. Some 4x4s aren't built for Instagram selfies, heated seats, or your buddies, look at my lifted ride flex. They are built to haul hay, tow trailers, climb mountains, ford rivers, and still start after 500,000 miles, all while laughing in the face of modern gadgets. Today, we're saddling up to ride through 10 legendary 4x4 pickups whose engines outlast owners, paint jobs, and sometimes even common sense. These trucks don't fear rust. They wear it like a badge of honor. Road grime? Just another layer of character. And yes, your shiny 2025 pickup might sparkle in the sun, but these old warriors? They're proving every day that grit beats gadgets, torque beats touchscreens, and steel beats Wi-Fi. Driving one of these beasts is like trying to saddle a bull with a PhD. Messy, thrilling, and guaranteed to earn you a few stories you'll tell at the saloon. Some will pull a tractor out of the mud, some will cross deserts like it's a Sunday drive, and a few might just stare at you from your driveway like, "Son, do you even know what real work looks like?" Saddle up, partner. We're starting at number 10, and by the end, you're going to wish your garage had one of these iron horses parked out back, ready to chew through anything life throws at it. Number 10. Jeep Gladiator. J-Series, 1962 to 1988. No fluff, no electronics, just pure, mechanical honesty. The Jeep Gladiator wasn't trying to win beauty contests, it was trying to survive mud-soaked farm fields, blazing deserts, and that one cousin who insists he can drift anything. Launched in 1962, Jeep's first serious civilian truck was built like a warhorse in steel armor. Simple, rugged, and unbothered by nonsense. Under the hood, the legendary 258 cubic inch inline-six engine isn't about horsepower bragging rights. It is about raw torque, the kind that could drag a stubborn trailer out of a canyon, haul a week's worth of hay up a rocky slope, or politely tell a river, "Step aside, partner." Coupled with mechanical four-wheel drive, Dana 44 axles front and rear, and manual locking hubs, this is a truck that laughs at mud, snow, and teenage drivers with fast and furious dreams. Farmers, ranchers, and off-road adventurers quickly realize the Gladiator is basically a tractor in truck clothing. With the added bonus of turning heads at the county fair, repairs are simple, parts are easy to find, and durability is legendary. Stories abound of J-Series trucks crossing the Rockies, clocking over 300,000 miles on the original engine, outlasting dogs, marriages, and a fair number of questionable life choices. Visually, the Gladiator screamed, "Don't mess with me." Boxy stance, high ground clearance, exposed bolts. It is a steel fist in a velvet glove, if the glove is made of steel too. Drive one today and you command respect, whether you're herding cattle or just grabbing pie at the diner. This isn't just a truck. It's a mechanical outlaw that laughs at time and terrain, a true iron horse of endurance with a mischievous grin under its hood. Number 9. Dodge Power Wagon, 1946 to 1980. If the Jeep Gladiator is the reliable ranch hand, the Dodge Power Wagon is the cavalry riding in from a war zone born straight from the blueprints of World War II military trucks. This pickup wasn't designed to look pretty. It was designed to survive artillery, mud, and anything else the world threw at it. Under the hood sits a beefy straight-six engine, pumping out 94 to 105 horsepower. Not much for a racetrack, but more than enough grunt to haul hay, tow trailers, or drag a tractor, or on particularly stubborn days, your neighbor's pride, out of a mud pit. The frame is massive, axles reinforced, and the cast iron transfer case is basically indestructible. Standard equipment included a 7,300-pound winch, because Dodge figured if you're going to haul loads, why stop at a trailer? Farmers, miners, and adventurers quickly realized this truck is the mechanical equivalent of a burly cowboy, slow to anger, but unstoppable when riled. It could ford rivers, climb rocky inclines, and plow through snowdrifts without even a cough. Some Alaskan legends claim a power wagon works through 40 winters straight before the engine ever sees real service. Seriously, that's longer than most marriages in the territory. Strap into a power wagon, and it's like hitching a tank to a Mustang and saying, "Get along now." It doesn't argue, it doesn't negotiate, and it sure as hell doesn't care about traffic lights. It simply dominates. The Dodge Power Wagon isn't nostalgia on wheels. It's a living, war-forged testament to grit. Modern pickups may flash fancy screens and sensors, but this ironclad workhorse still embarrasses them with pure, unpretentious power. It's not a truck. It's actually a legend. Number 8. Ford F-250 Highboy, 1967 to 1977. Back in the late 60s, trucks weren't designed to sip lattes or stream podcasts. They were designed to work until the wheels fell off. The Ford F-250 Highboy is the poster child for that era. Straight off the factory floor, it came lifted, proud, and ready to crush anything in its path. Underneath, Dana 44 and Dana 60. Axles anchor the beast, paired with solid cast iron transfer cases built like tanks. And then there is the heart, the legendary 460 V8, a torque monster that churned like a steam engine on steroids. Pulling, hauling, climbing, it doesn't matter. The highboy laughs at it all. And the part's speaking brilliance is the mechanical locking hubs that means there is no reliance on blinking lights or temperamental software, just pure nuts, bolts, steel, and raw honesty. Farmers and ranchers fall in love fast, and surely you will. Hauling hay, towing trailers, or hammering through backcountry trails, this truck never flinches. Forget fuel economy. It drinks gas like a thirsty prospector and gives back decades of unshakable reliability. Highboys routinely log over 400,000 miles with nothing more than basic maintenance and a stubborn driver who refuses to quit climb behind the wheel. And it's like riding a stampeding Mustang through the Badlands. You don't tame it. You don't whisper sweet nothings at it. You respect it. And if you get lucky, it respects you back. Modern pickups may be busy checking Bluetooth and GPS updates, but the highboy doesn't care about any of that. It hauls, it dominates, it roars. Every mile tells a story. This isn't a truck. It's a rolling monument to toughness. Built right, it never quits. And the F-250 highboy is living proof that pure, unfiltered American engineering can still outlast time, terrain, and every modern gadget pickup trying to catch up. Number 7. Toyota Hilux. 1968 to 1995. If indestructibility had a face, it would be the Toyota Hilux. This isn't a pickup that politely asks for respect. It commands it by default. Drop it off a crane, submerge it in a river, or let it wrestle the desert sun all day, and the Hilux barely blinks. Overloaded with gear? Mud-caked from a week-long off-road trek? The Hilux doesn't negotiate. It just keeps moving. It's the truck equivalent of a grizzled prospector who's seen everything and laughs at trouble. Under the hood, the 22R 4-cylinder engine might look modest on paper, but its reputation is colossal. Timing chains instead of belts, heavy-duty gaskets, and oversized cooling systems create a drivetrain that survives abuse modern trucks can only dream of. Over 500,000 miles? It goes beyond that and thinking about routine. A week in the African deserts, months in the Australian outback, or a tour through jungle and war zones, the Hilux endures it all without fuss. While modern pickups sulk over sensors, software updates, or an unexpected puddle, the Hilux just hums along, climbing, hauling, and shrugging off danger like it's nothing. Driving a Hilux is like saddling a battle-hardened Mustang with a stubborn grin. It's clever, unflinching, and somehow smarter than the cowboy trying to keep up. You don't boss it around, you respect it, and that respect pays dividends in miles of unshakable performance. The Hilux doesn't ask for applause. It earns it, mile after mile, continent after continent. This isn't just a pickup. It's a mechanical legend, a testament to toughness, and a reminder that some machines aren't built for style or convenience. They're built to survive everything life dares to throw in their path. Rugged, relentless, and utterly fearless, the Hilux proves that real durability is timeless. Number 6. Chevrolet K10, 1973 to 1987. If trucks were firearms, the Chevrolet K10 would be a Winchester, reliable, rugged, and built to endure anything you point it at. And remember again, this isn't a pickup for coffee runs or Instagram selfies. It is engineered to haul, tow, climb, and crush terrain that would leave lesser trucks begging for mercy under the hood. The small block 350 V8 delivers torque in spades, built more for longevity than flashy horsepower. Combined with mechanical four-wheel drive, manual locking hubs, and a fully boxed frame, the K10 could tackle rocky trails, backcountry farms, and construction sites without so much as breaking a sweat. Engineers designed this truck with the working man in mind. Every component is easily accessible, repairable, and straightforward. No confusing computer modules. No delicate sensors, just nuts, bolts, steel, and grit. Mechanics call it simple brilliance, and owners call it a workhorse. 40-year-old K10s still haul hay, tow trailers, and climb rugged hills like they rolled off the assembly line yesterday. Replacement parts are plentiful, repairs are straightforward, and it will keep rolling long after newer trucks have been retired, traded, or abandoned in a dusty lot. Driving a K10 is like saddling up a wild stallion across the Badlands. You don't tame it. You respect it. It's gritty, raw, and unshakable. Modern pickups with their fancy dashboards and touchscreen gizmos look cute next to a K10 that's been hauling, climbing, and chewing through terrain for decades. The truck doesn't brag. It just keeps proving that steel beats software every time. The Chevrolet K10 isn't just a truck. It's a legend forged in steel and iron. It doesn't ask for respect. It demands it. In a world obsessed with gadgets and gizmos, the K10 stands as a reminder that some machines were built to last, to endure, and to humiliate the new kids on the block without even trying. 40 years later, it's still a rolling testament to toughness, simplicity, and uncompromising capability. Proof that real durability never goes out of style. Number 5. Toyota Mega Cruiser BXD10, 1995 to 2002. If the Hilux is a battle-hardened cowboy, the Toyota Mega Cruiser BXD10 is a full-blown armored cavalry unit. Japan's answer to the Hummer, the Mega Cruiser isn't just a truck. It's a rolling fortress built to laugh at everything your weekend off-road fantasies can throw at it. Under the hood, a 4.1-liter turbo diesel straight 6 churns torque like a steam locomotive on steroids, designed to haul, tow, and dominate terrain that would leave most modern SUVs crying for mercy. 4-wheel drive, locking differentials, and a suspension engineered for off-road annihilation made this beast a favorite among militaries, government agencies, and thrill-seeking off-roaders who once thought a muddy creek was a challenge. Payloads exceed 2 tons, and the engine? Engineered to last over 300,000 miles without a major rebuild. Parts are simple, repairs are straightforward, and the Mega Cruiser doesn't care if you've never touched a wrench, it just keeps going. Modern pickups may beep, flash, or require an app to start. The Mega Cruiser laughs at all of it, like a grizzled prospector watching city slickers try to rope a calf Western humor alert. This truck scoffs at your weekend off-road ambitions while you're still untangling your toe strap. Obstacles aren't problems. They're breakfast biscuits to be devoured with a side of grit. Civilians who get behind the wheel quickly learn the truth. The Mega Cruiser isn't just capable, it is unstoppable. Climb a steep incline fully loaded, done wade through a river crossing? Child's play. Handle jungle trails or desert flats. Military precision in every gear shift. And all while looking like it could roll through a brick wall for fun. The Toyota Mega Cruiser BXD10 isn't just built tough, it's overbuilt, uncompromising, and unapologetic. In a world obsessed with style and tech, this machine proves that sheer engineering and raw durability will always outperform gadgets. It doesn't just compete, it dominates, reminding us that sometimes bigger, meaner, and smarter truly wins the day. Number 4. Tatra 813 Kolos 1967 to 1982. If you thought a pickup could intimidate, think again. The Tatra 813 Kolos is less a truck and more a mechanical mountain that devours mud, snow, and rocky trails for breakfast. Built in Czechoslovakia during the Cold War for military and heavy industrial use, this 8x8 behemoth wasn't designed for Sunday drives or Instagram selfies. It was engineered to haul tanks, tow artillery, and carry absurd loads across terrain that would make modern 1-ton pickups shiver in their boots. Under the hood, an air-cooled V12 diesel roars with torque so massive it could pull half a city block while barely breaking a sweat. Modern trucks? They look like toy wagons next to this monster. The backbone of the Kolos is its central backbone tube chassis, paired with independent swinging half-axles, giving it suspension that laughs in the face of boulders, rivers, and cratered roads. 4-wheel drive? That's cute. The Kolos has 8 wheels all mechanically linked, distributing power with the precision of a general commanding an army of pistons. Its payload capacity is insane. Tens of tons, no problem. And it could climb hills that would make a mountain goat dizzy with envy. Driving a Kolos feels like trying to saddle a Bronco that also doubles as a small fortress. It doesn't ask for respect. It demands it, preferably with the tip of your hat or coffee mug. Civilians lucky enough to get their hands on one found themselves piloting a vehicle that turned logging, heavy hauling, or off-road exploration into a theater of sheer brute force and spectacle. Obstacles? Laughable. Rough terrain? Child's play. The Kolos simply eats it for breakfast and burps steam exhaust. The Tatra 813 Kolos isn't a truck. It's a moving fortress, a mechanical juggernaut that redefines the word unstoppable. In the pantheon of 4x4 legends, nothing quite dwarfs it, and nothing quite dominates terrain like this Eastern European titan. It's proof that sometimes Engineering sheer absurdity is exactly what the world needs. Number 3. Lenco Bearcat G3. If you thought pickups were tough, meet the Bearcat G3. A truck that laughs at gravel roads, smirks at potholes, and probably scoffs at your GPS instructions. Born from the precise, unforgiving demands of law enforcement and military operations. This isn't a farm hauler, weekend trail rig, or your neighbor's shiny F-150. The Bearcat is a full-blown armored 4x4 beast, engineered to protect lives, carry SWAT teams, and tackle environments that would have ordinary trucks waving the white flag. Under the hood, V8 and V10 power plants churn out torque with a reliability so absolute that these monsters routinely pass 300,000 miles without a hiccup. Reliability here isn't a selling point, it's a mandate. The Bearcat's frame is welded steel armor, and its suspension is heavy-duty, built to handle extreme payloads while crawling over urban obstacles, debris, mud, and even the occasional barricade with ease. All-wheel drive is standard, and the tires, thick enough to survive a small meteor strike, are ready to crush anything in their path. Modified versions have been deployed for remote rescues, disaster relief, and extreme off-road hauling, demonstrating one undeniable fact. This isn't a vehicle. It's a moving fortress. Every inch screams mechanical dominance, from its imposing stance to the growl of its engine echoing down narrow streets or rugged trails. So here's the thing. Your neighbor's brand new F-150, cute. Park it next to a Bearcat and you might as well hand them a water pistol for self-defense. Yeah, you can test it by yourself because this truck doesn't negotiate, it doesn't beep politely, and it certainly doesn't wait for a traffic light. It simply dominates, as effortlessly as a seasoned cowboy riding a wild stallion across a dust-choked canyon. The Lenco Bearcat G3 isn't a truck. It's an armored legend on wheels, a rolling citadel that transforms off-road adventure, emergency response, and sheer mechanical might into a spectacle of pure, unrelenting power. If the apocalypse had a driveway, this is the rig you'd want parked in front, guarding the world like a steel-clad sentinel that never blinks, never tires, and never quits. Number 2. Mercedes G-Wagon W460. If toughness had a blueprint, it would read like a G-Wagon. W460/W461 manual. These trucks don't ask for attention, and they sure as heck don't flash their badges at the mall. They command respect. Built with German precision and a no-nonsense philosophy, the W460/W461 series came equipped with solid axles, heavy-duty manual hubs, and engines engineered to outlast generations diesel or petrol. These power plants don't just move the truck. They carry it for 500,000 miles or more without ever begging for mercy. Paired with transmissions that shrug off abuse like a cowboy, shaking dust off after a tumble from a Bronco, the G-Wagon's mechanics focus on longevity, not gimmicks. Minimal electronics mean no confusing software, no dashboard tantrums, just raw torque, honest engineering, and drivability you can trust. Whether it's a muddy Bavarian farm, a frozen alpine trail, or a military convoy threading through unforgiving terrain, the G-Wagon thrives. Its boxy steel frame, commanding ground clearance, and low-range four-wheel drive make it impervious to obstacles. Repairs are straightforward. Maintenance is honest. Every component is accessible, designed for longevity and resilience. This isn't a truck for the faint of heart. It's a tactical tool, an adventurer's trusted partner, and a reminder that reliability beats luxury every time driving a G-Wagon is like riding a stallion in lederhosen. Disciplined, precise, and just intimidating enough to make the locals step aside your neighbor's fancy crossover? Cute, bless their hearts. Park it next to a W460, and it's like bringing a lasso to a six-shooter showdown. The Mercedes G-Wagon W460/W461 doesn't beg for respect. It earns it, mile after mile, mud after mud, gravel after gravel. In the pantheon of 4x4 legends, it's not just a machine, it's a tactical cowboy on four wheels, unyielding, precise, legendary. Every journey proves it. Some trucks aren't built for comfort, they're built for legacy. Number 1. Humvee H1 Civilian Edition. If there's a pickup built to remind you who's the boss, it's the Humvee H1. This isn't your neighbor's shiny new truck that's all cameras, touchscreens, and fancy cup holders. No, the H1 is born from the crucible of military engineering, forged to survive war zones, deserts, mountains, and mud that could swallow lesser pickups whole. Under the hood, you get a choice of the legendary 6.5-liter turbo diesel or the 5.7-liter V8. Wondering about its torque, insane endurance, infinite. These engines are married to permanent four-wheel drive, portal axles, and a chassis so overbuilt it could shrug off explosions, off-road mayhem, and even the occasional overconfident driver trying to play hero. Every nut, bolt, and welded seam screams durability. And every dent tells a story of a battle survived. Civilian H1s inherited that unflinching toughness. And they're not there to make friends climb rocky trails? Done. Plow through desert dunes? Easy. Navigate suburban snowstorms without so much as a hiccup? Absolutely. Engines routinely surpass 300,000 miles, and many still run strong after decades with nothing more than routine maintenance. Forget software updates, complex diagnostics, or fancy sensors. The H1 doesn't complain. It doesn't ask. It just goes. It's a machine that doesn't negotiate with terrain. It dominates it. Driving a Humvee through traffic is like showing up to a water pistol fight armed with a howitzer. Your neighbors in their brand new 2025 pickups, bless their hearts. They don't even get a chance to wave. Because you're not just driving. You're schooling the town in torque, traction, and absolute dominance. Tailgaters become instant believers, and pedestrians give a polite, slightly fearful nod. Because deep down, even in suburbia, everyone knows this truck isn't messing around. And let's talk about presence. This isn't a truck you sneak in the driveway, it's a statement. A reminder. The H1 sits tall, wide, and unapologetically armored-looking, projecting authority like a sheriff strolling into a saloon. Every hill climbed, every river crossed, every trail devoured is a lesson in mechanical supremacy. It's brute force, precision engineering, and military-grade endurance rolled into a single, unstoppable package. The Humvee. H1 Civilian Edition doesn't ask for respect. It commands it. Every mile, every obstacle, every hill is a reminder that this isn't a pickup. It's the apex predator of 4x4 machines. Rugged, uncompromising, and utterly fearless. The H1 proves that some trucks aren't built to survive, they're built to dominate. When you're behind the wheel, the world doesn't just move, you own it. And there you have it, folks. 10 trusted 4x4 pickups whose engines laugh in the face of mileage charts and spit in the eye of obsolescence. These aren't your shiny, gadget-packed 0 to 60 Instagram show-offs. No, these are the true iron horses, the Jeep Gladiators that haul hay like it's nothing, the Dodge Power Wagons that could practically drag a small barn out of the mud, and the Ford F-250 Highboys that thunder down backcountry trails like a stampede. Then there's the Toyota Hilux, the international legend that can take more abuse than a grizzled prospector at a poker table, and the Chevrolet K10 that works harder than a one-eyed ranch hand on a 100-acre cattle drive. We've seen the Toyota Mega Cruiser BX D10, a rolling armored cavalry that laughs at your weekend off-road ambitions, the Tatra 813 Coloss that dwarfs everything else like a mechanical mountain, and the Lenco Bearcat G3, an armored fortress that makes a neighbor's F-150 look like a toy wagon. The German-engineered Mercedes G-Wagon proves that precision, toughness, and a bit of discipline can outlast decades. While the Humvee H1 Civilian Edition reminds us all that sometimes the world isn't meant to be conquered by soft leather seats and a fancy infotainment system. It's meant to be dominated. These trucks aren't asking nicely, they're telling you what's what. Your brand new 2025 pickup whining over a software update? Bless its heart. Meanwhile, these legends are still chewing gravel, climbing mountains, fording rivers, and clocking mile after mile like it's their job. And their job is survival. They've got stories etched in rust, dents, and battle scars, and every one of them would tip its metaphorical hat to the driver who respects grit over gadgets. Pick your champion, respect the machine, and know that real toughness isn't measured in touchscreen resolutions or Wi-Fi connectivity. It's measured in torque, endurance, and the ability to keep rolling when everyone else has tapped out. Smash that like button if you admire raw, unflinching durability. Drop a comment to let us know which of these 10 legends you'd ride home from the dealership like it was high noon, and don't forget to subscribe, because there's a whole frontier of fantastic exploration into the hardest working, most reliable machines ever built. And we're just getting started. Ride safe, keep your boots dusty, and always remember, some trucks aren't built to survive, they're built to dominate.